Hallo und herzlich willkommen zur neuen Folge von Vampyr. Wie sagen Sie ihr? Wir haben hier letztes Mal schon ein bisschen was gefragt und alles. Und wir haben gemerkt, vielleicht hat sie trotzdem ein weiches Herz. Aber wir fragen sie einfach mal.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude, I sense romance and a soft heart, Miss Cox.
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use booth like I use everyone else.
Okay. Dann mal neuen Hinweis zu ihr. Über den Mann, den sie umgebracht haben.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
Was ist genau passiert?
What happened exactly?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened, but you executed him anyway.
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This is our territory and this is our law.
Aha. Plagt sie ihr Gewissen nicht?
And your conscience is clear. You kill without hesitation.
Violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reid, when used properly.
So you decide who lives and who dies, just like that.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
Okay.
Can I offer you my medical help, Miss Cox?
I'm fine, thank you.
Ich wollte den gucken. Sie ist gesund. Okay.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
Aber wir können ja trotzdem... Wo ist jetzt dann der?
Foolish girl and her pre-principles. She's got no idea.
Mit denen nochmal sprechen.
You again. What do you want?
Und was Persönliches fragen. Und ihm genau die gleiche Frage stellen mit dem Mann, wo er umgebracht hat.
Tell me about the man you killed, Booth. What happened?
One of us had been killed, so we had to retaliate. That's the whole story.
There has to be more to it than that.
No, really, one of us got killed, so the killer had to die. That's how things have always been done round here. No one gives a shit.
Sie sind herzlos, sie liegen falsch. Jemand wird sie töten.
Don't you see it's an endless spiral? One day, it will be you who will be stabbed, or shot, or worse.
That's what my sweet Edwina always says, that one day I'll get it too. But she says it with the most beautiful smile, my Edwina.
Leider können wir den nicht.
Goodbye, Mr. Digby.
Without the wet boots keeping things straight, these parts would be running completely amok.
Mark my words, miss.
I think
These murders are the work of a vampire.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with
Also
daggers
mit den
for
beiden
teeth
kann
and
ich schon mal
nasty
nicht
claws.
reden.
He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Teeth, claws, murders by night? Your sewer dog is my business. He's the kind of prey I hunt, milady.
Good evening, sir.
whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met a few nights ago.
Don't take it personally.
Hat man den
I
nicht schon mal
spent a lot of
gesehen?
energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you. This time.
Haben wir nicht schon mit denen getroffen in der anderen Bar?
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom what's about him.
Tom Woods fragen, okay. Was machen Sie beruflich?
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at
Ja,
night.
sag mal, das hat auch
And then
gleich
I
ein bisschen
drink some more.
arbeitslos. Warum trinken Sie so viel? Arbeiten Sie überhaupt?
Why do you drink so much?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am Doc.
Don't you work at all?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Er ist zu beschäftigt zu arbeiten, weil er trinken muss. Oh Gott. Das ist ja fast wie im echten Leben. Mögen Sie etwas an diesem Bezirk?
Is there anything in particular that you like about this part of town? Except for the cheap drinks, I mean.
How dare you say such a thing? I love this neighborhood. So friendly. So joyful.
Also gibt es keinerlei Grund zu Freude.
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
Gut, fahren Sie fort. Vielleicht ein andermal.
All right. Go on.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb. Bomb that exploded and killed many people. Metal and blood everywhere. Shouts, fire, broken window of the shoe shop, the torn street light.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't you?
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it, and now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure I'd memorize it.
Persönliche Frage. Hatten Sie als junger Mann Träume? Hatten Sie als junger Mann Träume?
Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change. And to change for good. The bigger the dream, the harder the fall.
Sie waren damals ein Idealist?
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is honorable.
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believed that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reid.
Halten Sie die Welt wirklich für so schlecht?
Do you really think the world is that bad?
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of us are too weak, too corrupt and too guilty. I failed for sure, but others will come.
So. Erzählen Sie mir von Ihrer Jugend als Anarchist.
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor, make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Haben Sie noch Kontakt zu Ihrem Kameraden?
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
Glauben Sie an eine friedliche Revolution?
Do you believe in a bloodless revolution, then?
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Okay.
Goodbye, Mr. Delaney.
Stehe ich im Weg?
Shut the turquoise for a time.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reid, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Ach ja, da war mal ein Anfang. Er ist ein guter Kerl, also da brauchen wir nichts. Wir brauchen erstmal erst über London. Über diesen diesen Teil der Stadt.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East End.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
Wie können Sie diesen Ort geöffnet lassen?
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
Viele Meinungen?
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Sind Sie eine wichtige Persönlichkeit?
You're something of a figurehead around here.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
Gibt es etwas, das ich tun kann?
Since I'm here, is there anything I can do?
Well, perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin. With the epidemic, my supplies are running low.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Schlüssel zum Lagerhaus. Okay. Da gucken wir mal. Persönliches können wir nichts fragen, aber ich wollte mal nach Hampton fragen.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
Ist er zu seinen Schäfchen zurückgekehrt?
I believe he returned to his flock. Can you confirm that?
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Well, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. It would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
Ach, das ist der, was wir mal gerettet haben.
The important thing is I find him. Quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
So few clients. With the epidemic, no one dares go outside.
Kann er jetzt mit diesem Mann sprechen? Ja.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event? More to the point, who are you?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, Vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reid. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science? Well, I'll be glad to enlighten you.
Ja, eigentlich haben wir ja nicht Tipp, wo er jetzt ist.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me, Mr. Throgmorton?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour. But I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really? Why is that?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty of reasons to hide.
Ich respektiere Ihre Zurückweisung.
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe Sean is a saint, don't you?
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his faith.
Wer kann mir helfen, Sean Hampton zu finden?
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Ja, mit denen haben wir ja schon gesprochen. Ihr Leben in London. Ihre Arbeit.
So, how exactly are you protecting these people? I'm curious.
I patrol late at night, investigating anything unusual. I try and encourage people to stay indoors, but people are careless.
Aha. Brauchen Sie Hilfe?
Can I help in any way?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the vampire threat.
Are you asking me to paste posters about vampires around the docks?
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that, then I can focus on my patrols.
Woran erkennen Sie einen Vampir?
How do you identify a vampire?
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures? Yourself, I mean.
Of course I have. What kind of question is that? It's a dirty business, believe me.
Aha. Aber er merkt eigentlich nicht, dass ein Vampir genau vor ihm steht. Über diese Nachbarschaft.
What can you tell me about this neighborhood?
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect him.
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by a vampire. These evil rodents are spreading like a plague.
Mhm. Was Persönliches fragen? Über die Ware von Priven.
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Waren Sie in Versuchen, der Wache beizutreten?
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
Jagen Sie allen? Allein?
So you hunt alone? That sounds risky.
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation and patience.
Okay.
Goodbye, and good hunting, Mr. Throgmorton.
Ja, gut Hunting.
Perhaps I should shut the turquoise for a time.
So. Dann gucken wir doch mal. Warte. Bei den Dogs. Ach ja, das ist die Frau, was im Lagerhaus. Ob da unser guter Priester ist. Ist es nicht eigentlich dann der Ort, wo wir ihn schon mal gerettet haben? Das ging schnell. Aber ich glaube, da war es sogar Level 20 oder sowas. Bin mir jetzt nicht ganz sicher. Ging so schnell. So schnell konnte ich gar nicht gucken. So, warte, wo wollen wir jetzt hin? Ins Lagerhaus wollten wir hin.
Another disgusting ghoul did it, don't you think? I don't think so. Ruins and things.
Das ist... hier drinnen. Aber gibt es noch einen anderen Eingang? 16.
Seems like the guard of Prewen is on Shorthampton's trail too.
All of you bloody... Take your breath of this!
Alter.
I'll send you back to the...
Mit Flammenwerfer. Also wir müssen da rein und den so ein bisschen platt machen. Ich glaube, das wäre nicht einfach. Aber vielleicht kriegen wir erstmal den anderen, den kleineren dahin. Weg damit. Den weg. Große Bestie, 22. Ich möchte eigentlich gar nicht von denen gesehen werden.
Another disgusting daunting, don't you think? A freaking vampire, then.
I can't say, but whatever did this carefully avoided the arteries. We found ourselves a bloody artery. It's on to us!
Want some of this?
Get a taste of it!
You're mine! You're mine, vermin! I hate leeches! Crush the leech, boys! Die, vermin! Die, vermin! Want some of this? Killing's all you can share! Burn it, boys! Die, vermin!
Alter. Wieso kann ich die nicht beißen eigentlich? Sonst die anderen, was ich immer sonst attackiere, kann man beißen und die nicht? Merkwürdig. Was anderes. Wir machen einen kaputt und danach kommen kommen neue. Ja, das war eigentlich irgendwie schon klar, aber die Explosion mit dem was wir haben, die Spezialfähigkeit, die ist eigentlich ganz gut bei denen trotzdem. Die macht trotzdem Schaden. Aber auch unser Knüppel macht Schaden bei ihnen trotzdem. Aber ich muss gleich mal die Spritzen einsetzen, was wir haben. Mit Leben einsetzen. Warte, wir haben doch hier. Ein paar Mäuschen. Hallo? So.
Crush the leech, boys! Grenade!
You're mine, vermin!
Ah, das ist da. Das ist ja noch dürfer gelaufen als wieder vor, gerade eben. Gut, aber ich würde sagen, wie es da hier weitergeht, das erfahrt ihr in der nächsten Folge. Ich sage schon mal vielen herzlichen Dank fürs Zuschauen. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Haut rein. Ciao.